Alright. Alright, so unlike hive number 2, having bees in the top box is always good. And you know the funny thing, now that I've made the decision or the determination that number 2 swarmed, this past week when I've been coming out here just watching the entrances, I did notice it looked like a whole lot fewer bees coming and going out of hive 2. So that kind of makes sense. Well, hopefully they're happy wherever they swarm to. So for instance, I don't think I showed y'all or took the camera into the supers of hive 2, but this is typically a good sign. So I'm no expert, but I would be surprised if this hive does not have a queen, just judging by the activity in the super. No real nectar, or at least not much. It's got a little weight to it. Slide this on over. Let's take a look into old number 3. It's a new frame. They're doing a nice job drawing out some wax. Nice nectar stored in there. Oh, what is this? What do we have here? We got some queen cups. Gonna take a peek. They look dry. Yeah. This is always alarming when you open up a colony and you see queen cells. I mean, they're always in some kind of swarm preparation mode. They'll create queen cells, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna swarm. It's another good candidate to check for eggs. And we got some spun larvae, so that's always good. But really want to see some eggs. See any. They also may be freshly hatched cells that the nurse bees come behind and polish up, as people say, in preparation for the queen to come through and lay eggs. Alright. Thought I saw an egg or two. Well, there's spun larvae throughout there. Having a hard time seeing today. That's a brand new bee right there. Alright, not sure about that frame. So, let's just check the next one. a good candidate to check for eggs. Yeah, we got some eggs right here. This older comb, sometimes even with a flashlight, it's still difficult. Yeah, there's eggs throughout there, so. And they look like they're standing up too, so about a day old. Alright, well, given the previous hive's surprise swarm, just wanna, oh wow, that is a very brand new looking bee. Let's see if I can show you real quick. Look at that one right there. Looks all dusty, real light colored. So that's what they look like when they just hatched. It's a nice looking frame, a lot of food, pollen, brood. Oh yeah. Check that out. It's a nice looking frame there. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see how the rest of these frames look. So, found some eggs. It's always a good thing. Got some weird looking comb there. It's hollow behind it. And this queen's doing her thing. If I recall correctly, I reversed this box. Not in the sense of reversing the top and bottom box, but I turned it completely around. So, which is why the feeder's on the left side, because typically have the feeders on the right side, just to see what would happen with the brood. And basically what I wanted to happen is taking place. Most of the brood is now on the left side of the colony, so a whole bunch of drones, which is normal. Alright, let's piece this thing back together. Need to figure out better camera placement. I always tend to block the camera for some reason with my arm or my head. Alright, so the top box is looking good. They have a queen, found some eggs. However, I do want to take a quick peek at the bottom box just to make sure they don't have any queen cups or swarm cells, because that one time you don't look, you assume everything's just fine, they might surprise you. So try and make this relatively quick. Let's angle this down a little. This box is pretty light. Outside frame, usually a newer frame, not much going on, so nothing really new there. Do a nice job drawing out some wax on this one. It's also a new frame. Same with this. Really just quick check, try and find some brood. What a nice drawn comb. There we go. Now that's a good frame to check for some eggs. Yeah, that is hard to see. Looks like she stopped laying on that frame. Just a lot of spun larvae around the outside, so they're anywhere between day 4 and day 9 before they become capped. Kind of concerns me when I can't find eggs that easy. Ton of spun larvae. Where we have a ton of spun larvae, you would start finding or seeing some eggs. I don't really see any. So I'm just going to keep checking. Didn't see any queen cells, so that's a good thing compared to the previous one. Alright, well, I did find eggs. Sometimes that just has to be good enough. They do seem awfully flighty, as some folks will say. There is a ton of bees on this frame, which looks extremely weird considering there's no wax, which kind of makes me think the queen might be on this frame. So I'm just going to take my time and see if I can find her. That would be kind of neat if I could do that. Alright, well, maybe not today. I did find eggs, and that just has to be good enough. I think I'm just a bit paranoid since hive number 2 clearly has swarmed in the last 2 weeks, so it just has me kind of nervous, I guess, thinking I need to look extra hard for swarm cells or, queen cups. I mean, it's not like they're hidden or anything, you're going to definitely see them. But this colony does have some nice brood. So that'll have to do for now. queen excluder. Alright. Make me some honey.